Councilor Daigle and Councilor O'Neill. Good evening and welcome to Peabody City Council meeting of Thursday, June 8th, for the purpose of discussing any and all business via in-person and remote participation in accordance with Chapter 40A of the Mass General Laws, being televised live by Peabody Access Television and recorded by the City Council's stenographer. Please join me for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. You heard the motion. All in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. First up, for hearings, we have 4A, a zoning amendment.
Hey, Madam President.
Okay. We need, was Councilor Gould?
If I may.
Sure. You need a minute, Councilor Gould? We will hear a report of committee from Councilor Gould from Industrial and Community Development, which took place earlier today.
Apologies, Madam President.
Take your time, Councilor.
Thank you. I'm good. So we had a very informative meeting this evening attended by Councilors Daigle, Manning Martin, McGinn, Rosignol. Also in attendance was Councilor Turco, Councilor O'Neill, Councilor Peach, Councilor Gamache, and Councilor Melville. We heard from Community Development Director Mr. Bellavance and from Community Development Planner Drew Levin. Mr. Levin pointed out that the fee tables have probably not been to our benefit, or fair, I should say, and much discussion was put into a change of the zoning amendment, and I'll read that, if I may, Madam President. I'll move to receive item 8G. So moved.
Motion to receive. All in favor, any opposed? It's a vote.
Thank you. So be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Peabody as follows: that the zoning ordinance of the City of Peabody entitled Zoning Ordinance 2011 is amended through April 27th, 2023 is hereby further amended as follows. Section 1, by amending Section 12.5 entitled An Application and Site Plan Contents to delete the language in subparagraph A, quote, an application fee in the amount of $100, end of quote, and inserting in the place thereof, quote, an application fee as referred to in Section 12.18 fee schedule. Section 2, by creating a new Section 12.18 entitled Fee Schedule as follows. An administrative fee for site plan review is required with every site plan review application. The fee is $500 for each site plan application plus $50 per 1,000 square feet of proposed new building footprint over 5,000 square feet. In no case shall application fee exceed $10,000. Section 3, as all ordinances of part or ordinances inconsistent hereof are hereby repealed. In Section 4, this ordinance shall take effect as provided by law. So moved, Madam President, excuse me.
Thank you, Councilor Gould. We'll have 11 will jump up and comment. May Councilor Gamache. All in favor? Do you have anything from earlier or? Is there anyone here speak in favor of the? Anyone in favor? Anyone in opposition? Is there anyone in the audience in opposition? On Zoom? Nobody's on Zoom. On the motion. Motion to close the public hearing. All in favor? Any opposed to vote? On the motion, roll call.
Yes.
Dig. Tool.
Yes.
Rosignol. Sumar. Melville.
Yes.
10-0.
Thank you very much.
Madam President,
Yes, Councilor Gamache.
could I ask for, under suspension of the rules, that we go to item 7D, the appointment of Inspector of Buildings and Building Commissioner? He's in the audience. This would be a while. I'd really like to get him on, if there's no objection.
No, there's no objection. Just for a reminder for folks that Section 16 of council rules, we have been ignoring it, but as of late, no objection. I just want to remind people that nations are supposed to be voted on the meeting after it's been received. But I don't have any objection. I just want to remind new councilors that you might want to check Section 16 of council
Thank you.
rules. Thank you.
Motion to receive.
Motion to receive. All in favor? Any opposed? It's a vote.
Thank you, Council. Appreciate the opportunity to speak today and hope everybody's doing well. Very, very happy to bring forward this appointment request for Tom St. Pierre to be our building commissioner. Tom has been helping us out over the last few months. He helped us out several years ago during an interim period. He was not the day here, day to day over the last few months. He would come in on Wednesdays, assist Dan Terenzoni and the team doing some work, signing some documents, giving some advice. But now to be able to bring him on board, I think is excellent for our city. He comes with a wealth of knowledge and knows Peabody, lives in Peabody. And I know that the staff downstairs is very happy and excited to have Tom being presented tonight for approval. I asked him to put together a little resume. He's been at the same job for 25 years, so the resume is really focused on that. For the past 25 years, he's been with the City of Salem building office, the last 20 plus years being the building commissioner. His licenses, Class B licenses, Massachusetts Construction Supervisor, Massachusetts Hoisting License 2A, certification as a building commissioner. And as I mentioned, it brings a wealth of knowledge to the area, the North Shore. He served for 14 years on the Essex Tech School project, which has been an important part of work that is taking place in the city over the last number of years. And again, he's taken right to our staff, and he's been very much involved, particularly recently, in a number of big topics. He's going to be jumping right into a number of important issues in building projects that we need assistance from, and I'm very happy to present him today. I did want to thank Dan Terenzoni for stepping up over the past several months, running a number of the day-to-day operations and working with staff that have had some increased pressure with the vacancy. And I wanted to thank all of the members of the Building Commissioner's Office for their hard work. I wanted to mention Kelly and Carla for stepping up in a variety of ways, and all of our inspectors. Tom's already been a part of our team, and again, I'm very happy with his familiarity with the city and a number of the projects we already have in place. He's here today, and certainly willing to come up and say a few words or answer any questions, and looking forward to working with him in the future. Madam Chair, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Sir, welcome. If you'd like to introduce yourself.
My name's Thomas St. Pierre. I am a Peabody and Salem resident. My house is one of those right on the line, so we can pick either city. Really looking forward to working with the group that's downstairs. The mayor's put together a nice group. Leaving a good group in Salem and inheriting a good group here, so looking forward to it.
Excellent, thank you. Motion, can I hear a motion to approve and receive 7D?
Yes,
Counselor
moved,
Gould?
motion to approve, to, under suspension of rules, receive 7D, and approve the appointment of Thomas St. Pierre as Inspector of Buildings and Building Commissioner. So moved.
Thank you, Counselor. On the motion, roll call. Roll call on the motion.
Councilors Turco,
Yes.
Daigle,
Yes.
O'Neill,
Yes.
Peach.
Yes.
Gould. Rozignol. Yes.
Yes.
Melville. Gann.
Yes.
Manning. Motion 10-0.
Thank you very much. Welcome. That subcommittee meeting in my haste to pick things up, I made an error. So we need the clerk to read this for the change into it, and then we vote on it.
Notice is hereby given that the Council of the will call hearing on Thursday evening, June 8th, 2023, 7:30 p.m. in the Frank Elegant Auditorium, City Hall, 24 Lowell Street, Peabody, Mass., in accordance with the provisions of Chapter 40A, Section 5 of the Massachusetts General Laws, to consider amending the zoning ordinance of the City of Peabody, ordained by the City Council of the City of Ordinance of the Peabody entitled Zoning Ordinance 2011 as amended through April 27th, 2023, is further amended as follows. Section 12.5 entitled Application and Site Plan Contents to delete the language in subparagraph A, an application fee in the amount of $100, and inserting in place thereof an application fee as referred to in Section 12.18 Fee Schedule. Section 2, by creating a new Section 12.18 entitled Fee Schedule as follows. An administrative site plan review is required with every site plan review application. The fee is $500 for each site plan application, plus $50 per 1,000 square feet of proposed new building envelope over 5,000 square feet. In no case shall application fee exceed $10,000. Fee schedule table. Proposed building envelope square footage from 5,001 to 6,000 square feet, $500 plus $50. From 6,001 feet to 7,000 square feet, $500 plus $100. 7,001 feet to 8,000 square feet, $500 plus $150, etc., $500. Section 3, all ordinances or parts of ordinances inconsistent herewith are hereby repealed. Section 4, this ordinance shall take effect as provided by law. For remote participation using the Zoom platform, please visit www.peabody-ma.gov under calendar on the homepage or contact the City Clerk's office. Peabody City Council, Councilor Craig S. Welton, City Council President.
Motion to close the public hearing again by Councilor Gould.
Moved.
What? Is there anyone in favor now? Anyone to speak in favor? Is there anyone here now to speak against? Anyone against? Being none? And no one on Zoom. Motion
Motion to
close the
close the
public
public
hearing by Councilor Gould. Thank you. Roll call on the motion. Motion to approve by Councilor Gould, as read earlier. Roll call.
On the motion, we're voting on the version that
was read by the chairman, right? Not what the clerk just read, because the clerk's reading did not include the edits that were made in committee. I just want to make sure we're voting the right version.
Councilor Gould's read version. Thank you for the
Thank you.
clarification.
Thank you.
Councilors Turco,
Yes.
Daigle,
Yes.
O'Neill,
Yes.
Peach,
Yes.
Gould,
Yes.
Rozignol.
Yes.
Gamache. Melville.
Yes.
McGinn.
Yes.
Manning Martin.
Yes.
Motion carries 10-0.
Moving right along, 4B, special permit, Kelsey Beard, 672 Lowell Street, Unit 3, to operate a hair salon. Is the petitioner available? Hello. How are you? Why don't you step up to the podium, state your name and address, and tell us what you'd like to do? Boy, I'm really off my game tonight. Would the clerk please read the notice?
Notice is hereby given that the City Council of the City of Peabody, acting as the special permit granting authority, will conduct a public hearing on Thursday evening, June 8th, 2023, at 7:30 p.m. in the Frank Elwigan Auditorium, 24 Lowell Street, Peabody, Mass., and remotely via Zoom on the application from Kelsey Beard, 4 Merriam Street, Wakefield, Mass., for a special permit requesting to operate a hair salon at 672 Lowell Street, Peabody, Mass., as filed in accordance with Sections 4.2.5, 6.1, and 15.7 of the Peabody zoning ordinance. For remote participation using the Zoom platform, please visit www.peabody-ma.gov under Calendar on the homepage, or contact the City Clerk's office. Peabody City Council, Councilor Craig S. Welton, City Council President.
Hello again. Would you please state your name and address and tell us what you'd like to do?
Hello, yes. So my name is Kelsey Beard. My address is 4 Merriam Street, Wakefield, Mass. I am requesting to operate a salon at 672 Lowell Street. I will be taking over an existing salon already, so I won't be putting in a new one or changing anything. We're just going to keep everything the same and just change ownership of the salon itself.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone in the audience to speak in favor of the petitioner? Anyone in favor? Is there anyone opposed in the audience? Opposed? Zoom? None? None on Zoom. Being none, Councilor O'Neill.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Kelsey, the applicant, explained it really simply in her note that she put in the package with the application. It's has been a hair salon for many, many years. Most recently changed over in 2018. It's a 6-chair salon. Kelsey's plan is to, be the only stylist, if that's the right word, take care of one chair, and certainly try to grow the business. For those that are unfamiliar with it, there's lots of small businesses in that convenience store, ice cream shop, sandwich and sub shop, and a Dunkin' Donuts. There's about 35, parking spaces. I don't see parking being an issue in this particular area, so I'm in full support of this. Just so other councils know, the only condition that I would be adding is that the hours of operations would be Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., which I've discussed that with the applicant, and she's agreeable to that. So I don't have any issues with this. I'm in full support, and I guess I'll open it up to my fellow councils for any questions or comments at this time.
Thank you, Councilor O'Neill. Councilors, any comments, questions? Councilor Gamache?
Yes, through you, Council Neal, petitioner. Stuff that if you have a wedding, you're not going to do anything. You want to give her a few hours Sunday if that's okay with him, just to get you to open. You have the ability to do some of the ups and all that stuff. So just to throw it out there. Thank you.
To the chair, to Councilor Gamache, the option, the request that the applicant wants to have Sunday, is that something you'd want to have just as an open?
Actually, that's a good point, but so marijuana, there could be a king would come in maybe a few hours on a Sunday morning for a wedding, so maybe that would be but it would be a regular, you know, always open every Sunday type of thing, so. Not sure what you'd want to do with that.
I just, as we're looking at approving this, it would make sense to make Sunday hours so that they're available if in fact
Okay.
you need to do that, if that's okay. You may not choose to use it, but to Council Gamash's point, if an opportunity comes up, you would not be able to open if we went just so I
Right,
guess,
sure.
Okay, so thank you, Council Gamash, for that. I had no idea about I didn't even think about weddings, but you know, what do I know? So Monday through Sunday would be the hours, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Once again, thank you, and we'll open up to fellow councils.
I'm very impressed, Councilor Gamache. Updos?
I don't know if that's what it's called. I never had one, as you can see. But my wife owns a salon, so I know that sometimes they have off hours. So
That was a very
thank
good
you.
catch and a great suggestion. Are you, any other comments or ready to close the public hearing, Council?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Move to close the public hearing.
Thank you, Councilor O'Neill. All in favor? Any opposed? It's a vote on the motion.
Thank you, Madam Chair. At this time, I'd move to approve the special permit on the application from Kelsey Beard for Merriam Street, Wakefield, Massachusetts, for a special permit requesting to operate a hair salon at 672 Lowell Street, Peabody, Mass., as filed in accordance with Section 4.2.5, 6.1, and 15.7 of the Peabody zoning ordinance, with hours of operations Monday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So moved.
On the motion, any further comments? Being none, roll call on the motion.
Councilors Turco,
Yes.
Daigle,
Yes.
O'Neill,
Yes.
Peach. Yes. Gould.
Yes.
Rossignol.
Yes.
Gamache. Melville.
Yes.
McGinn.
Yes.
Manning Martin.
Yes.
Motion carries 10-0.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. Moving right along to 4C, show cause hearing, Albanian Boston Community Incorporated, 26 Howley Street, regarding reported violation to special permit condition. Would the clerk read the notice?
Notice is hereby given that the City Council of the City of Peabody will conduct a public hearing on Thursday evening, June 8th, 2023, at 7:30 p.m. in the Frank L. Wigan Auditorium, City Hall, 24 Lowell Street, Peabody, Mass., and remotely via Zoom for the purpose of hearing testimony to determine whether or not the fine of $200 and sanctions imposed by the City Council as a result of a show cause hearing held on February 23rd, 2023, have been met regarding a violation of Special Permit 2-22, Condition number 1, as issued to the Albanian Boston Community, Inc., 26 Howley Street, Peabody, Mass., specifically that the Inspector of Buildings has issued a cease and desist order dated December 28, 2022, stating that alcohol is being sold and consumed on the premises at said 26 Howley Street. Said action could include the suspension or revocation of said special permit or issuance of a penalty under Section 15.5 of the Peabody zoning ordinance. For remote participation using the Zoom platform, please visit www.peabody-ma.gov under Calendar on the homepage or contact the City Clerk's office. Peabody City Council, Councilor Craig S. Welton, City Council President.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Madam Chair?
Yes, Council Melville.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I will be recusing myself from this particular item as I did the original, as the hearing was the result of a report by the Alcohol Beverage Control Commission, and to ensure that there's not a conflict between my position as a city councilor and as Deputy Executive Director with the ABCC, I'll be recusing myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Council Melville. Would the petitioner introduce himself and state your name and address into the record, please?
Thank you, Madam President. John Kelty for the petitioner, Albanian Boston Community, Inc. This is been advertised as a show cause hearing. It seems to me that at first when I saw it, I thought we were being charged with violations again. The club has been closed. We did appeal the earlier decision of the board without success. So the club did close. It's been closed now for over over 2 months. I believe our sentence will be up, for lack of a better word, on the 14th of June, at which time we would reopen the club. It is our intention we have already changed our board of directors. We were originally, Artie Bukova was the sole member of the corporation, the Albanian Boston Community, Inc. Since we were brought before the council, we have changed the membership of the corporation, corporation adding Zenel Lala, Aleko Pasha, Artur Bakova, and Clevis Kwesi? Anyway, I don't know if in Albanian there is a Q, but it looks like Kwesi. In any event, I'd be happy to share the new membership with the council. It is our intention, as I stated earlier, to remain closed until the appropriate date, which I once again believe is the 14th of June, at which time we'll open, offer our cultural opportunities and the opportunity to gather. However, there is a prohibition against alcohol. We understand that we must live by that rule, and as such, we will do so, and it's our intention to operate under the special permit, in accordance with the special permit, and as our membership grows, see what the desires of our new members are with respect to the future at this location and the future of the club serving as it does right now. So I'm happy to answer questions. The newer members are here this evening, although they are not planning on speaking. And I know that Councilor Khan is here. With respect to the fine, I know that's been paid because I actually paid that myself.
Thank you. I am going to ask Councilor Khan to join us, since this is posted as a show cause hearing. And I'm also going to open it up as it is a public hearing to the public. Is there anyone here to speak in favor of this matter? Anyone in favor? Anyone in opposition to the matter? Is anyone in opposition? Anyone on Zoom? Nobody on Zoom. I'd like to defer now to Councilor Peach.
Thank you, Madam President. I think we all remember the show cause and the, what ultimately came of that, and that 3-month suspension that was voted on by this council is coming to a close. I have talked to one of the board members, what they have done, and Attorney Kelty, if you can speak in more detail to this. They have added additional people to their board. And I believe one of my main suggestions before was that a board member needs to be present at the club for any other members to be present at the club, not just kind of like if you have the code, you can go type thing. So Attorney Kelty, can you speak more to the plan that we did request as a council at the original hearing?
Yes, we've added people that have experience in the restaurant business only because they are people that have experience here in the business community. We will be adding, everything was done on a full-time basis when we are reopened on the 14th. It'll be our plan to have people on the premises that are full-time employees or experienced members of our club corporation to be able to be accountable, manage the activities of the club while it's open. So we've added full-time employees, are adding actually, since there's no payroll right now, but beginning the 14th there will be full and part-time employees, and the corporation has the benefit of some experienced business people who have been engaged in business here in Peabody.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Attorney I I am, as the Ward 3 councilor, I'm satisfied with the plan that's been put forth. I think the club has made an effort. They have recruited some very notable business people in our community that are involved in their club now. I think it's been made very clear what the rules are. I wish the club well. I look forward to the success that you can bring to the community in Ward 3 in downtown Peabody as the Albanian community continues to grow on the North Shore. I understand that there is a desire from the club at some point to grow into a club that can have alcohol and alcohol sales, such as other social clubs in the area. It's my opinion that this is not the correct location for something like that. It's not a standalone building, and I think the size of the club is not something that can accommodate something like that. So at this time, I'm not in favor of amending the special permit in any way, and I just want to reiterate that there's no sale of alcohol or alcohol allowed on the premises, and someone from the board needs to be present in order for other members to be in the club. Thank you.
Thank you, Council Peach. Any other councilors? Council Gould?
Thank you, Madam President. I'm very impressed to see Aleko on the board. That was a wonderful addition. Good luck, Aleko. And Attorney Kelty. Can you just reaffirm with your clients that there is no alcohol, there will be no alcohol until they come before the city's alcohol licensing board and they understand there'll be no alcohol? Can you please repeat that for us?
Sure, I'd be happy to, and we've been over it this evening, as well as at a couple of meetings we had during this 90-day period. And we also understand it's not a simple matter of applying for a license at the licensing board, but also coming back before the council in order to remove that restriction. So it's a two-step process in order to get there.
Thank you. Through you, Madam President. Gentlemen, I wish you well. If we can be of any help to help you grow your cultural center, please let us know. Thank you. Thank you, Attorney Kelty.
Thank you, Council Gould. Any other councilors? Council McGinn?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Through you to Councilor Peach. At the show cause hearing, the second condition, is basically why we're having this meeting, right? And I'm just going to read it for clarity. Before reinstatement of the special permit, the license holder must appear before the City Council with a business plan, which includes the board members' names, addresses, the names and addresses of the responsible parties, and a plan to mitigate compliance with condition number 1, no alcohol to be sold or consumed on the premises. We're going to have the record of what Attorney Kelty gave us in terms of the board members. I'd feel a little more comfortable if we had all that in writing. I mean, we'll certainly have the council record, but are you satisfied with accepting this in a verbal form, or would it make more sense just to get them to memorialize this so we have something concrete to refer back to?
Through you, Madam Chair, to Councilor McGinn, I would agree that, it was requested that this is submitted in writing so that we have a copy of it. So I don't think it requires having another hearing, but if Attorney Kelty, if you could submit that to the city clerk so we can receive it and have a copy of it. I know nothing else is going to happen, but just in case, we know who to call. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other councilors? Council McGinn.
Thank you. Yeah, through you again to Councilor Peach. I thank you for doing that. I think that's the right approach. And now I'll leave it at that. Thank you, Councilor Peach.
Any other remarks before I ask Attorney Khan to make a recommendation how we wrap up this show cause hearing? Not until I close the public hearing. Motion to close the public hearing. Council Gould, so moved. All in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Attorney Khan.
Thank you, Madam President. The issue before you tonight is whether there's been compliance with paragraph 2 of your subsequent vote. I think that the council is well within their rights to ask that a written submission be made summarizing what Attorney Kelty has said. I would suggest, if the council is satisfied that the conditions have been settled, that you could take a vote to require, prior to the expiration of the suspension, that the written submission be filed with the city clerk.
Council Peach?
So moved, Madam President.
You heard the motion. Roll call on the motion.
Councilors Turco,
Yes.
Daigle. Yes. O'Neill,
Yes.
Peach.
Yes.
Gould.
Yes.
Rozignol.
Yes.
Gamache. Melville. Oh, I'm sorry. McGinn.
Yes.
Manning Martin.
Yes.
Motion carries 9-0.
Thank you, councilors.
Thank you, Attorney Kelty. Next, we have 4D, special permit for 55 Pulaski Street, which I believe is going to be continued. Council Peach?
Thank you, Madam President. Under suspension of the rules, motion to receive. Yes. Motion to receive late 2, 3, and 4. 4 is a request to continue this until June 22nd. So I make that motion. So moved.
To June
22nd.
22nd?
That's our next meeting, right?
Okay. Got it? All right. On the motion, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Moving on for East permit P. 100 Bernie Street. I believe that's continued too. Council McGinn?
Thank you, Madam Chair. On suspension of the rules, move to receive late communication 1. So moved.
On the motion, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Late 1 is a communication from the attorney, and they are requesting a continuance to the June 22nd meeting, and I would move to grant that continuance. So moved.
You heard the motion. On the motion, any remarks? None. All in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Moving on to 4F. Special permit 180 Newbury Street.
Madam President?
Council Gamache?
Yes, if I may, under suspension of rules, receive item 8D and 8F. And these are requests to continue the special permit to the, I'm sorry,
I think
D&E.
D&E.
D&E, I'm sorry. And continue that to, I believe, the 13th. Is that correct? The 13th of July. So moved.
On the motion, any comments? Being none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. 4G, special permit, again, 180 Newbury Street. Council Gamache?
Move to continue that to July 13th. So moved.
On the motion, any remarks? Being none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Reports of committee. Good luck. Council McGinn. Finance Committee.
Thank you for your well wishes, Madam Chair. The Finance Committee, the council met earlier this evening. Present for the committee were Councilors Gamache, Gould, Manning Martin, Turco, and myself as chair. Also present were Councilors Peach, Daigle, O'Neill, Melville, and Rozignol. We had 2 items on the agenda. The first item was an ordinance amendment, Section 8-20, schedule for part-time positions, 1721, rates of compensation, full-time positions not subject to collective bargaining, 18A, rate positions not subject to collective bargaining, Section 1843, fringe benefits for municipal employees of the city of Peabody, excluding fire, police, electrical, and person. The information, the overarching information was presented on first portion of the item had to do with an ordinance for employees' cost of living adjustments. The mayor categorized his overall concerns in this matter in three categories: retention, attraction, and competitive. Due to inflation pressure and the current state of the job market, cities experience some difficulty in finding qualified candidates, and also feels the need to be more competitive with salaries to retain employees. The mayor provides some examples of where that has represented some issues for the city in the recent past. Kind of indicated a cost associated with turnover and a learning curve with new employees, and if we were to lose employees, his feeling was that he would need to come back to the council for something greater than a 3% increase. In addition, the mayor is also requesting some additional, that three positions have some significant adjustments: the Health and Human Services Director, the IT Director, and the, he said Park and Rec Supervisor, but I don't think that's the correct title. I believe that is, I think it's the Director of Forestry, but it's the Bryant Grant position. And then additionally, there's a request embedded in all this to add some positions in two areas in a newly created division of social services and with the Children's Museum. With respect to the Division of Social Services, the establishment of that group, there was a presentation made by Police Chief Griffin, Director of Health and Human Services, Ms. Cameron, and the current Director of the Healthy Peabody Collaborative, Ms. Grinnell. That presentation, there was a motion to receive that presentation dated the 8th of June, 2023, titled City of Peabody Health Department Division of Social Services. And there was some job descriptions for the proposed new positions in the Division of Social and Substance Abuse Services. So make that as a motion to receive here now, Madam President.
You heard the motion. All in favor? Any opposed? Is the vote?
Thank you, Madam Chair. In the one of the overarching themes in the presentation was that there should be, in the kind of straw man budget that was presented, including some out years, that there would be more settlement money coming from the opioid litigation, and that could reduce the strain on any city funding needed in some of the out years over time. There were a number of comments generally supportive of that particular initiative by several councilors, and then with respect to the other adjustments, there were a number of questions by various councilors about specific positions and stipends and so forth that were addressed by Mr. Gingras and the mayor. There was a motion made to eliminate from the list of positions the position of Enterprise Fund Manager. Madam President, and that motion passed the subcommittee by a vote of 4-1, and I now may bring that for consideration of the full council. So moved.
On the motion, comments? Being none, roll call.
Councilors Turco,
Yes.
Daigle,
No.
O'Neill,
Yes.
Peach,
Yes.
Gould, Rozignol,
Yes.
Gamache.
Yes.
Melville.
Yes.
McGinn.
Yes.
Manning Martin.
Yes.
Motion carries 10 to 1.
There was an additional request to, ultimately a motion made to remove the position of business liaison from the list of positions on the list. That motion failed initially and upon reconsideration, so there's no action for the council on that activity in committee. Subsequently, a motion was made by Councilor Gamache as follows. Move that it be ordained by the City of Peabody an ordinance amending Section 1820 entitled Schedule of Compensation for Part-Time Positions and Section 1821 entitled Rates of Compensation for Full-Time Positions Not Subject to Collective Bargaining, be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Peabody as follows. Section 1, the ordinance establishing a compensation and classification plan is hereby amended as follows. The Code of the City of Peabody as adopted on January 23rd, 1969 and amended is hereby further amended by deleting from Section 1820 and 1821 the ordinance establishing a compensation and classification for the following. A, Section 1820 entitled Schedule of Compensation for Part-Time Positions is amended by substitution of the upper limit annual compensation as follows for FY 2023, FY 25, and that schedule is as attached to the communication from His Honor the Mayor dated May 17, 2023. Section B, Section 18-21 entitled Schedule of Compensation for Full Positions substitution of the upper limit of compensation for 2023 through FY 25, and that is attached to communication for zone dated May 17, 2023, which that of man as was approved by ordinance or ordinance consistent as of the first day of 2023. Madam Chair, that motion the committee by vote of 3 to 2, and I'll bring it for consideration of the full council. So moved.
Motion, remarks on the motion, Councilor Turco.
Madam Clerk, President, I'd like to amend the motion included by Councilman McGinn with the exception of the 2024-25 change to
Amendments on the amendment. Oh.
Council. Diggle. O'Neill.
No.
Peach.
Yes.
No.
Gamache.
No.
Amendment fails on the motion. Roll call.
Councilor Turco. Diggle.
Yes.
Peach. Yes. Rosno. Gamache.
Yes.
Melville.
Yes.
McGinn.
Yes.
Manning Martin.
No.
Motion passes 8 to 2.
The next portion of that item, Madam Chair, dealt with the ordinance that's in place currently for minimum wage salaries, and that was presented to us by Director of Finance, Mr. Gingras. There were a couple of concerns raised about some of the newer positions being at the higher end of this minimum wage plus offering, and that was discussed, and ultimately a motion was made by Councilor Gamache as follows. City of Peabody, an ordinance amending the classification and compensation plan of the City of Peabody, be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Peabody as follows. Section 1, that's Section 18-20A, entitled Schedule of Compensation of Hourly Rated Positions Not Subject to Collective Bargaining and Classification of Compensation Plan of the City of Peabody, Massachusetts, by amending, inserting in place thereof hourly rated positions not subject to collective bargaining will have a minimum rate equal to the current Massachusetts minimum wage with the option of adding up to 10 levels at 50 cents per level, then another $1 for 10 more levels to the current minimum wage rate. The maximum amount that can be added to the minimum wage is $15. And that remaining schedule is as presented in the attachment to the communication from His Honor the Mayor dated May 17th, 2023. Section 2, all ordinances or parts of ordinances inconsistent herewith are hereby repealed. Section 3, this ordinance shall be effective upon passage and shall take effect as provided by law. Madam Chair, that motion passed the Finance Committee by a vote of 4-1. I now bring it for consideration of the full council. So moved.
On the motion, any amendment to the motion? No. On the motion, comments? Roll call.
Councilors Turco,
Yes.
Daigle,
Yes.
O'Neill,
Yes.
Peach,
Yes.
Gould,
Yes.
Rossignol, Gamache,
Yes.
Melville,
Yes.
McGinn,
Yes.
Manning Martin.
No.
Motion carries 9-1.
The next portion of that item dealt with a request to adjust the language in the ordinance related to fringe benefits that was presented by the Director of Finance, Mr. Gingras. Councilor Turco had indicated and was confirmed by Mr. Gingras that there was some, he had done some rough calculations on the impact of this, and that overall the impact was somewhere in the range of $60,000 annually. After that brief discussion, there was a motion made by Councilor Gamache as follows. Move that City of Peabody, an ordinance amending the ordinance establishing fringe benefits for municipal employees of the City of Peabody, excluding fire, police, electrical, and school personnel of the Code of the City of Peabody, Section 18-43, be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Peabody as follows. Section 1, that the ordinance establishing fringe benefits for municipal employees of the City of Peabody, excluding fire, police, electrical, school personnel, and any other employees covered by the collective bargaining, be amended as followed. A, by deleting the title of said ordinance and inserting in place thereof the following: an ordinance establishing fringe benefits for municipal employees not covered by collective bargaining of the City of Peabody. And B, by deleting from subsection A of Section 4, entitled Longevity, the amounts awarded for various periods of full-time continuous service, and inserting in place thereof longevity, holidays, personal days, funeral, and civic duty leave shall be equal to the benefits received by employees covered under the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, AFL-CIO, State Council number 93, Local number 364. C, by deleting Section 13, medical insurance, and inserting in place thereof the following: effective July 1, 2019, the City of Peabody shall follow the Peabody Public Employee PPEC agreement for contribution to employee health plans and related benefits. Section 2, all citizens consistent herewith are hereby written shall take effect upon pass as otherwise by law. Madam Chair, that motion passed the Finance Committee unanimously. I now bring it for consideration of the full council. So moved.
On the motion, remarks, being none, roll call.
Councilors Turco,
Yes.
Daigle.
Yes.
O'Neill,
Yes.
Peach.
Yes.
Gould.
Yes.
Rozignol,
Yes.
Gamache. Melville.
Yes.
McGinn.
Yes.
Manning Martin.
Yes.
Motion carries 10-0.
Madam Chair, there was also an observation made by Councilor Turco that the salary and fringe benefit ordinances do not exist online. That has been the case, I believe, for several decades. I guess they've never been online, so I guess it's always been the case. Councilor Turco is looking to rectify that and made a motion that salary and fringe benefit ordinances be put online. And that motion passed the committee unanimously. I now bring it for consideration of the full council. So moved.
You heard the motion. Any remarks? Being none, all in favor? Any opposed? It's a vote.
Thank you, Madam Chair. That completes my report of committee.
Thank you, Councilor McGinn. I have to say you did an excellent job running that meeting, and I would suggest to the City Council President next year.
Madam Chair,
Well, I'm going to take it back.
I appreciate the kind words, but I've left one item off. So
All right, I'll hold my thought.
hold that thought. We did have a second item on the agenda, beyond the multi-part first item, and that was a transfer of funds, cable fund expense in an amount of $215,212.94. That was presented to us by the Director of Finance, Mr. Gingras. This is a routine procedure to move monies into the funds they primarily use to fund the PAT. There was a motion made on this by Councilor Gould. Move to approve the transfer from receipts reserve cable fund, account number 270-000033017, an amount of $215,212.94 to cable fund expense, account number 270-000053007, an amount of $215,212.94. Madam Chair, that motion passed the committee unanimously, and I now bring it for consideration to the full council. So moved.
You heard the motion. Any remarks on the motion? Being none, roll call.
Councilors Turco,
Yes.
Daigle.
Yes.
O'Neill,
Yes.
Peach.
Yes.
Gould.
Yes.
Rozignol.
Yes.
Gamache. Melville.
Yes.
McGinn.
Yes.
Manning Martin.
Yes.
Motion carries 10-0.
And now that actually does complete my report of committee. Thank you, Madam Chair.
It was a, oh, you're entitled to, you know, a little error. But I would suggest to whoever's the City Council President next year that subject matter get its own evening, because that was an interesting yet lengthy meeting, an important one. So it needs more time. I think it should get its own night. Just my 2 cents. Moving right along to motions, orders, and resolutions. Councilor Turco.
Thank you, Madam President. Before I make the motion, I'll ask through you to Councilor O'Neill. Do we have any update from the mayor or Dan regarding the responsible employer ordinance that they wanted to speak on?
Through the chair, we're going to be scheduling a legal affairs meeting to discuss that. So we don't have an update. They're going to present at that, their issues and concerns. So I've got to schedule it, but Dan from purchasing will be there, and I think Mike Gingras is going to be there, but they will respond with their concerns at that time. I've asked for something in writing The mayor, at least the last time I checked, said that they would be there to present, so that's what the update at this time.
Thank you very much, Counselor. I appreciate the update. So there's no need for me to file a motion on that. With that being said, move to receive item 8C under suspension of the rules.
All in favor, any opposed? It's a vote.
Thank you, Madam President. Move to receive and approve all papers being in order. Item 9A, inholders license renewal for 2023 Holiday Inn and Suites, Boston, Peabody, 1 Newbury Street.
The motion, any remarks on the motion? All in favor, any opposed? It's a vote.
Thank you, Madam President. Move to receive and approve all papers being in order. Item 9B, lodging house license renewal for 2023 WJ Scores, Realty Trust, 59 Walnut Street.
You heard the motion. Any remarks on the motion? Being none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote.
Thank you, Madam President. Move to receive and approve all papers being in order. Item 9C, junk dealers license renewal for 2023 Golden Link, 515 Lowell Street.
On the motion, remarks on the motion? Being none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote.
Thank you, Madam President. Move to receive and approve item 9F, Care Dimension 75 Sylvan Street, Danvers, Mass. Request for a banner.
On the motion, any remarks? Being none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote.
Madam President, I'll take them both unless Councilor O'Neill has any objection to the block party for Hamrick and Lindauer. Move to receive and approve all papers being in order. 2 block parties, Hamrick Road at Lindauer Street, July 22nd, 2023, 15 Brentwood to 27 Brentwood, August 5th, 2023. So moved.
On the motion, remarks? Being none, all in favor, any opposed? It is a vote.
No further motions.
Go. Councilor Daigle.
Thank you, Madam President. No motions tonight.
Councilor O'Neill.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Under suspension of rules, move to receive item 8F and refer that to legal affairs. So moved.
All in favor, any opposed? It's a vote.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Under suspension of rules and a co-motion with Council McGinn, move to transfer the last meeting. There was a motion to refer the Stretch Energy Code to the Ad Hoc Committee on Energy Efficiency and Renewable Energy, but that should be placed in legal affairs. So I wanted to do a co-motion with Council McGinn to move that to legal affairs. So moved.
All in favor, any opposed? It's a vote.
Thank you, Madam Chair. No further motions, orders, or resolutions this evening.
Thank you, Councilor O'Neill. Councilor Peach.
Thank you, Madam President. Under suspension of the rules, move to receive and approve item 8B, transfer of special permit for Pulaski acquisition at 58R, all papers being in order. So moved.
Comments on the motion? Being none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote.
Thank you, Madam President. Under suspension of the rules, move to receive item 9D for a transfer of motor vehicle license and set up a hearing.
All in favor, any opposed? It's a vote.
Thank you, Madam President. No further motions this evening.
Councilor Peach, Councilor Gould.
No motions, Madam President. Thank you.
Excellent, Councilor Gould. Councilor Rossignol.
No motions this evening. Thank you,
We're
Madam
moving
President.
right along. Councilor Gamache.
Yes,
In the updo.
move to receive, that's what happens when you salon talk. Item 8A, application from Robert Mastrocola, 212 Newbury Street for special permit application. Move to receive and set up a hearing.
All in favor, any opposed? It's a vote.
No further motions.
Thank you, Councilor Gamache. Councilor Melville.
No motions this evening, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Melville. Councilor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam Chair. On suspension of the rules, move to receive item 7A and refer to the Finance Committee, sitting as the Committee of the Whole. So moved. And on the motion, Madam Chair, just a reminder to everybody for the budget sessions, what you received tonight and what we're taking in this motion is what you're going to have for a package, so please don't throw it away. You're not going to get another copy from the clerk. Retain that. Don't avoid your tendency to want to recycle, and hold on, because we don't want to make additional work for the clerk's office. Thank you, Mr.
And that is June 15th, correct, Councilman McGinn?
Correct, it's a week from tonight.
So we have our budget a week from tonight, June 15th.
Right, so we just need to vote on the motion.
Yeah, on the motion, any comments? All in favor, any opposed? It's a vote.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Suspension of the rules, move to receive item 7B and refer to the Finance Committee, sitting as Committee of the Whole, so moved.
All in favor, any opposed? It's a vote.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Item 7, move, under suspension of the rules, move to receive item 7C and refer to the Finance Committee, sitting as Committee of the Whole, so moved.
All in favor, any opposed? It's a vote.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Under suspension of the rules, move to receive item 9E and set up a public hearing, so moved.
All in favor, any opposed? It's a vote.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Under suspension of the rules, move to receive item 10A and adopt as advertised, so moved.
You heard the motion, remarks on the motion?
Yeah,
Roll
on the
call.
motion,
Yep.
Madam Chair, this is a substantial bond order for capital projects that the council obviously voted to advertise $10.6 million, $10,620,000. So obviously, roll call.
On the motion, roll call.
Councilors Turco,
Yes.
Daigle,
Yes.
O'Neill,
Yes.
Peach, Gould,
Yes.
Rozignol,
Yes.
Gamache, Melville,
Yes.
McGinn,
Yes.
Manning Martin.
Yes.
Motion carries 10-0.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Under suspension of the rules, move to receive item 10B and adopt as advertised.
The
So moved.
motion, any remarks on the motion?
On the motion,
Council
this is, yeah, this is a significant change to the ordinance, section 2816, sewer and water rates, the code of the city of Peabody, that was very significantly vetted in finance, and again, obviously a roll call vote. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Council McGinn. You heard the motion, remarks on the motion? Being none, roll call.
Councilors Turco, Daigle,
Yes.
O'Neill,
Yes.
Peach,
Yes.
Gould,
Yes.
Rozignol,
Yes.
Gamache, Melville,
Yes.
McGinn,
Yes.
Manning Martin.
No.
Motion carries 8-1.
And to the, Madam Clerk, do you have any reminders or anything for the council? We're good. Okay, she says we're good. I'll
Motion to
entertain
adjourn.
a motion to adjourn by Councilor Gamache. All in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Good night, Peabody.